making stuff, working with one's hands. I work 14-hour days, 7 days a week, but it's my time. Weaving is working two-dimensionally. I'm playing with pattern, I'm playing with color manipulation, I'm making lots of really beautiful fabric. And then when I turn to the sewing half of this whole process, I'm working 3D. I'm making functional, practical objects that can be worn. I was in my late 30s when I relocated to North Carolina. And by that time, I'd been a potter for 13 years altogether, and it was one process. And while there was a year-long cycle, there was also a weekly cycle. Here, I designed my year so that I primarily weave in the winter. It's cold in my basement where the studio is. It's also, for many years, it was also the most uninterrupted time that I had. And so I could wind on a warp and weave it off and put another warp on and weave it off, and it was uninterrupted, warp after warp after warp, and it was very efficient. Working alone, I can weave this quantity of fabric, which is plenty, combined with the leftovers from the previous year, to do about 100 garments. Well, when I decided that I was going to weave yardage and then I was going to cut and sew garments and market these garments, I got into Piedmont Craftsmen and I met lots of members over there, and it was a wonderful clique. You know, it's like being a professional craftsman. There's this underlying community layer, and there's things that you know you have in common, and there's instant rapport, right? Well, early on, I met this group of fiber artists who'd been doing garments for many, many years, and they kind of adopted me. And it was major support, appreciation for what I was doing, and where they were coming from, where I was coming from. They helped me immensely. It was not something I planned. In 2001, Neil Howard, she just started giving me these pieces of fabric. And a part of it was doing shows together for a couple of years and getting to play with her scarves and wraps and my garments and doing a cohesive 20 feet of display. Playing with this stuff, not only does it absolutely impact my work in giving me inspiration, but it deepens my feeling of community with them. All of my time is available for my use, and it is romantic to be able to make stuff and sell it and make a living at it.